All right, getting started, rolling right along here. Hmm. So, I have discovered I'm an idiot. I know, shocking. The news, just terrible, terrible news. However, could I have saw this coming? So, I suppose I'll have to live with it one way or another. Damn, such a disappointment. To myself and others. But no, I found out why my Genshin takes so long to load. It's because, see, I have been trying to figure this out for a while. And it turns out, it was simple. I didn't have it on the right hard drive. See, I thought I saved Genshin on the main hard drive. You know, oh yeah, it's on the C drive. No. No, I save it all onto an external drive. Not external, but another internal drive on the side. Solid, not a solid state. Standard rotary disk. It's an old one, 4 terabyte. I think, maybe that's a 2. 1 or 2. But it's old. Now you're like, okay, that makes sense, you know. Why would you need anything better? You know, it's an old one for discs. You're right. That's all you need. Until you realize a lot of these mobile games run on Flash, and the reason it took, you know, about 2 minutes for it to start, is because it needed a flash drive, or if not flash, you know, an actual startup sequence for the M2. So yeah, electronic startup instead of a disk access. As I had found out, it was on the other drive. So I was like, oh, let's get you on the right one. So they didn't have a copy data. Apparently the Genshin installer doesn't have a copy data thing. Instead, it's just like, point me towards the next game's install. So I was like, odd. Okay, so I have to download the game again. I tried. Install the launcher. It didn't care. It was like, ah, yes, we're going to pull from the C drive, even though you put it on the B drive, not C. No, not at all. Pull from the other drive. You have to state where it's at. Pull. You have to state where you want it. I would just copy, pasted. Well, after doing that, yeah, that worked out for like a bit, and then it was just like, by the way, we're downloading like 29 or 32 gigabyte worth of stuff. I'm like, oh my god. Well, after it was done transferring all those files, it was like, hey, you installed it, right? Yeah. Cool. Run the game. So I was like, okay, I'll run the game. Started it up, ran the game, and next thing you know, it's just like, yeah, we got to redo some validations. Please don't lose my data. They did it. They went and redid it, and lo and behold, everything is still there. Everything looks good. Worked out fine. It's all together. And I was just like, fantastic. Thank you. So yeah, I lucked out, but it's all there. Everything seems like it's work. I booted into the game. Everything seems fine. You know, I'm not screaming into the abyss of data loss. Game loss. Huh. Otherwise, it would literally be, oh man, that'd be a lot of farming. That would honestly probably break me. Hi, Razak, how are you doing? How's it going? I'm doing pretty well. My phone attempting to commit Sudoku, and then me having to be like, no. When you don't have another lightning cord, I do, you liar. Plug it in, get it up and running. It's just like, I guess I have no choice but to load. Like, yeah, I have 30% battery. That won't stop me from making you work. You're joking. That's good to hear you're chilling. It's honestly one of those times where I'm glad you're feeling better. Things are going by. I know that seasonal allergies or even just a cold around this time of year is just the worst. So it's good that you're doing well. Good that you're picking up and getting by. Now I have to figure out if there's anything else I want to do game-wise. Yeah. See, I was looking at a few games here that I could do next. There's a few of them that were interesting. A good lot of them, not so much. I am very weirded out by what I keep finding that's being pushed. Like, I'm looking at Steam now, and it's like, okay, so what game is actually good? Oh yeah, we're gonna sell this game that's not great. Full price. You interested? No. But there is one that did have my interest. It was where is the store? Ah, there's the cart. Lethal Company looked hilarious. But you kind of need a group to play with that one, and I don't have groups of people to play with. So if it's like me jumping into a random thing, I probably wouldn't be any interested in doing it. Although, part of me is also interested in doing a crap baskets. What are you called? Don't you dare run from me. Valorant stream, where I was playing through that. So I might do one of those. It just sounds fun. Okay. I'm just checking through the last few channels here. Everything's looking good for me. Nothing's on fire. That's honestly one of the big things I'm checking for. Is like, is everything looking like it's running good? Okay. Cool. All right. We all know what today is. Today is Genshin. I'm not going to really beat around the bush today. We're going to jump into it. We're already starting late, so you know. Cool. There we go. Perfect pop on. Cool. Aha. What is that one? 72 meters away. What? So yeah. Oh, I had pulled a few times for no, not Nahida, Farina. And I'm finding that it's hilariously difficult because I have not gotten her once, and my buddy has already got her like C1. A lot of people took no time at all and just not even threw money at her, just just pulled, and they got her in like one go. Okay. Wait, what? My dude, how do you want me to clear out a hilly troll camp? Guess I'm just gonna go the old-fashioned way and just kill everyone. Alright. But yeah, I got like 9. Yeah, 9. That's it. I am rather annoyed by that. It dumbfounds me that I'm down to 9 of them. And it's like 4 days and I have 3 to go. Oh, I was a lot more ambitious at things than I thought. Oh, what? There are just so apparently there's a lot of things to kill here.
I don't take them that seriously.
You know what's funny? I started messing with Charlotte. Charlotte is actually rather interesting. For different reasons. Because Charlotte is designed as a healer and offensive. She's pretty much like, if you can't get Farina, just be happy you have Charlotte. Kind of like that mentality. And it's like, that's not bad, you know, per se. It's just that don't be expecting everything to work out for that one, for her. It's such a pain in the ass. I'm like, what can I do? What should I do? And they're like, well, she's functioning. She's functionable. And then I'm playing with her, and it is just one of those things that left me going, gotta be a better way. Well, I look at her skills. They're stupid weird. She scales off attack. So, everyone likes to joke about Sakokumi because everything on her is based out of her HP. And straight up, her dumbass is like, yeah, I scale off attack. My attack scales off of attack. Everything scales off of attack. My healing
Rack and ruin.
recovers off of attack. So it's like, what? It's like, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting to go there. So that's pretty interesting already. But yeah, it was just hilarity. I'm like, okay. So I grabbed all the attack stuff, and I literally just dump it on her ass, and she's immediately pushed up to like 400. I'm like, that's not gamer numbers. That's not great. So I found out what I could do is, Risley had my attack whip. I was like, alright. Bet. Took it off him, gave him back his attack and crit damage. So he's boosted. He's moderately boosted. I'm like, alright, bud. Let's see how this works out for you. Okay. So he's moderately boosted with that. I throw that same thing onto Charlotte. Her attack immediately goes up to 1400. I'm not fucking kidding. She jumped 1,000 extra points of damage. And it's like, what are your healing numbers? Yeah, I never got to look at her healing numbers because I was too impressed, and I never got the chance to actually utilize her in any other real way. Which is actually kind of hilarious. But it is what it is. I'm gonna have more time with that later. I mean, if I actually like improve her more, which hopefully I can, I'm gonna have more fun.
More speed.
Because otherwise, it's just gonna be Risley, and it's like, I see Wondom, but I want to do more. And I really want to play with Farina, and everyone has been not shutting up, but just how stupid strong Farina is. If you get her up to C6, you're amazing. You're also a whale, because oh my god. But at the same time, it's also like, yeah, she pretty much is a team on her own. Like, everyone else can just buff her and go into fight with her. And that's all they have to do. And I was like, that sounds wrong. And they're like, no, it's actually not. It's really cool. But yeah, you actually have to be really careful with her because she's designed to take over your team. Like, other than her stupid ass HP thing, like her own limitation is that she eats HP.
Uphill battle. Hold the line.
I'm still never going to get over the sheer fact that when Eula swings her sword and she hits them hard enough, their bodies just get hurled out of the area. If they don't die fast enough to just not exist, when she hits them, their bodies fly. It's just gold to see the ragdoll. Do I want to do I need money or what do I need? Risley, what do I need? 120,000. Ooh. Yeah, not too much there. I mean, it's going to take a long time to farm, but I would have to kick that guy in the nuts so many times. Ugh. Yeah, he's good, but I found out how useless he can be in a cryo fight. Yeah, one of the Abyss mages popped out, and the only reason I was able to kill it was because of Dea. And Dea took out his shield, and then I just pulled out Risley to go ahead and beat on him for a while, and it worked out. But, yeah, that was not pretty. Actually, instead of doing... I do need to do money. No, hang on a minute. Hit B. Ah. Oh, cool. I have 4 of them. Fantastic. Now everyone's dead. So yeah, one of the other things I'm going to look into is today is going to be the end of Ferwina's quest. We still have more to cover on that.
Touché.
Really, guys, really.
Beg for mercy.
And then we're going to go ahead and continue on from there. Because we have the last of the actual Hydro Archon quest. And then we can do Ferwina's if we're lucky.
Shudder. Let's get it on.
A moment, please.
Yeah, that's right. I had to sit there for a second and think, I was like, is that right? Yes. Yes, we are on the we are finishing the Hydro Archons. From the Hydro Archons, we go to Ferwina's quest, if we can. Okay, that takes care of that one. That should lead me back towards where the other one is, the XP one is. I'll grind through those real fast and use my XP. Gain a few levels, and we'll be able to take it from there. Just because I want to hold on to a few of those, I am, like, completely out of this.
Let's begin.
Oop. Oh, there we go. I mean, yeah, that should work out fine, don't you think? Hang on a minute. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I need to switch this over to Fontaine. Just so I can score some more Fontainian creatures. Direction I need to go. Fantastic. So once we get that last damn Primo, we'll go ahead and pull again for Ferwina. And we'll see how that turns out. Hopefully we get it. When is that? Oh, never mind. Little guy just keeps dendroing himself or dendrocoring himself. Those guys are so weird. Like, you always come across the weird ones just sitting there. And they're just chillaxing. So yeah, I've got a long way to go before I can actually call Risley done. I hate that I didn't get his weapon. Like, it was bound to be missed. But still, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, aw, you just barely missed it. It's like, no. Oh. Hang on, man, I gotta deal with these guys. Oh, I had the camera out, that's right. Yeah, that was out for a different reason. That was out for Charlotte. Man, quit splashing me with water. That's getting really annoying. Yeah, I was also playing on a few other ones, jumping between worlds, playing around on a few things. It's actually a lot of... Oh, there goes your shield, bud. A lot more into the world creation stuff. That was honestly pretty fun. I forgot how much fun it was because it was really more of a slog to go through things. Well, and then my buddy started playing, and then I realized just he's really good at analytics and finding the fun stuff. And he was like, by the way, you can do this. I'm like, I was never told I could do that. He goes, yeah, you can do that. So I was like, oh my god, that's just stupid effective. Like, unholy reason for that to be effective. It was awesome. So I am still learning stuff. I was like, oh my god, I've been playing this for how long? Not long enough. Or really, it's not so much that I've been playing it for a long time. It's just that he knows better. Because he'll look stuff up. And then my dumbass is like, wonder why I don't know that. Why didn't you look that up? Like, why didn't you? Like, there's no reason for you not to know that except that you didn't look it up. didn't ask. You just assume that this is how things go. Like, I've done that quite a number of times. Where it's just like, why is this the way it is? Oh, it must be that way just because of this reason. And then I find out, no, that's broken. That's not supposed to be like that at all. Oh. It's been like that since I've played. It's not supposed to be. You need to fix that. Or why do you have that on that character? Well, I thought that character was built for that stuff. No. It's like how I built Dea, and Dea was built complete. She was stacked with HP. Or no, yeah, she was stacked out to HP. I think she had like 30 or 40,000 health. And just starting off, and I was like, ah, yes, perfect. She scales up HP. No, she doesn't do that until later. I just scaled her ahead of time and made her virtually useless. She was a meat shield for the sake of being a meat shield. She couldn't do damage from anything. And I was like, oh, that explains so much.
A moment, please.
And then everyone's just like, did you ever actually look up her result? I was like, no. I really didn't. I just made it work. You know the jokes, the funny numbers go burr? That's how it felt for a lot of them. It's just the funny numbers go burr, though. It's like, no. They're not supposed to. Not these numbers. You know, it's hilarious to imagine that. You know, they you know, no. Alright, well, time to go to you.
Weevils wobble, but they don't fall down.
You're right there, Easy. Welcome in. You're just in time for some random killing, and then we get on to the good stuff. Oh, I didn't know there was such oh, right, we're by that area. Random Fatui people wonder. Okay. So, I got XP, and I have money now. At least a little bit of it. No point in going in there, there's nothing I can do. Flower, how's that flower looking? Flower's looking pretty good. Time to add... Yeah, pretty much I immediately run the flower, and then I immediately buy up all the milk. It's weird now, but given how much everything else goes for, it's more like I'm going to run through all of the milk than anything else. Well, no. I run through milk as fast as everything else because I have to use milk to make butter, and I have to use milk to make cheese, and then I have to use meat. And meat is always in demand. Because I make lasagna. And it's stupid easy to make. Other than the fact that it's like, ah yes, the world's milk supply is quickly dwindling. I wonder what's happening with that. Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. Like, oh, you have 731. But why? 3? 2. And it's like, ah, but why? And then I have to go all the way down here and click this. That's a chunk of health. And an additional. That's good. This is what spits in my face. You can't see it. This. That meat requirement. 2 meat. And I have 106. So I need to check some stuff real quick and then go from there. But it's like, I need to save up a lot of meat. If I really want to come out on top, I need to save up a lot of meat. And then go from there. This man has like very little of anything, but still worth getting. The rarity of sugar, I buy it because it's there. Like, there are some things that I absolutely need, and it bothers me that I have to buy them, but it's needed. Especially if I want more of those Adepti things. I'm still waiting for someone to come along that needs food for level up material. That would be hilarious if they did. And then comes the other thing that really starts to bother me is I stop buying stuff when I hit 100 or 1,000. I see people who don't stop buying until they hit like 10,000. And I don't even know what the freaking cap is, if there's a cap.
Thank you for Add Astro.
Like, I really don't even know. There might be one. But at the same time, it's like, that's a lot of stuff to get. It's like, yeah. So I'm tempted to see what the cap is for an item, but at the same time, I really don't want to buy a bunch of useless items I'm not actually going to use. Because that's just going to bother me more. Still have 9. Hang on a minute. 131. Damn. Just short. Going down to Inazuma here, and then we'll jump. We're gonna teleport over to Fontaine, and when we're in Fontaine, we're gonna buy their milk, and we'll continue on with the plot. It'll all wrap up there, and then we all get to sit and enjoy the end of Farwena's quest. All right, give me that milk. Milk. And I'll buy some wheat. I'm really not. I don't really care to buy wheat, but I will anyway. And I'll buy the meat off this guy. Ooh, did I buy the stuff off Sarah? No, I guess that's fine. See, I usually stop at 1,000 because 1,000's pretty good. I'm excited. I know how spoiled we are because the first thing that popped into my head was I can't wait for Natlan's menu, and it's like, yeah, maybe I should take steps and help. Because it's like, Natlan is fire country. We don't know what's going on in Natlan. And it's like, what kind of food do you expect to find in Natlan? It's like, I'm not sure. They may never have anything that goes beyond 35% healing as well. Ah, that was a wrist. Like, part of me is expecting Natlan to be like, oh, no, we don't do that here. We don't have healing items to that extent here. You can get the specialty dishes, but yeah, that's about it. It would have to be a higher rarity, really. Honestly, yeah, I expect that. Because we only have, wait, let me take a look. I don't think we have any like 4-star healing items. I'm pretty sure everything that heals is 3 stars. No, I think we have a 4-star in there. Huh. I'll have to take a look. I'm racking my brain trying to think, and I'm just sitting here like, I don't think we do. Let's see here. 4. Attack and defense 5. Yeah, we don't have any. Oh. Ah, man. Oh, there's another thing that needs milk. Okay. So. That's just coffee pudding? Where's the coffee pudding? Haggis? No. Coffee pudding does that. Poisson seafood special. That's a lot of fish it takes. Okay. Not necessarily the best thing to spend it on either. We have a 3-star healing, which is lasagna. Great. That sucks. Huh. We literally have nothing that is a 4-star healing item. I don't even think the special... I've been keeping most of the birthday items, the special items. I don't think we have any of them that do 4 stars. That sucks. Well, we will just have to see then. It's still only 5-star? You're right about that one, which is weird. They gave us a 5-star in Liu, and that was it. Yeah. Wait, now that I think about it, yeah, that was the only 5-star. They gave us way back in freaking Liu. It's, oh my goodness. That is weird. Why would they do that? No more peaches. We have plenty of those. Plenty of salt, plenty of pepper. Need more milk. Again, I'm gonna buy this world out of milk. I already have enough wheat, but I'll go for more. Alright. And then off to Fontaine. I cannot wait until that crap's gone. See, there we go. That's where we're going. This is for another world quest, as I found out. Yeah. No, they just added that in there, and I'm like, okay, well, good to know. Sorry about that. I don't know where that one snuck out of. Oh, well, no, even then. I made up some rice and salmon. I've been eating that. That was my dinner. I was debating if I actually wanted to cook dinner, and I was like, err on the side of caution. Always make food. Never stream on the empty stomach. Always be ready. I was like, you know what? Fine. I'll go ahead and bake up some food. And as I was cooking it up, I was like, rice wasn't done long enough. It's because I made too little of it. The cooker did not like the fact that I put in so little stuff. You're the treasure. Wait, is there no one to... No. Cafe is right over here. No, this is the market square. Where'd the cafe go? Well, it's not like he actually has anything. He has, soup. No, coffee. That's about the only thing he has is coffee. Fanta. I don't even think Fanta heals you. I think it's just something to buy. Almonds. Oh, wait. No. I need 99 of them. Fermented juice. I don't know what I'm going to need for that for, but it'll probably be something. The beans. I can't believe I bought 1,000 beans. I'm like, ah, yes. Perfect. I will need 1,000 of them. And I've yet to use any of them. Yeah, there's like 1 or 2 things that need them. Here we go. Alright, everyone. Time to start. Or end, really. The quest. It'll be a touching moment. Where we all become very heartfelt and teary, I'm sure. Okay, we're gonna go a long way around to Poisson. You know, people keep pointing out is, Navia has literally lost her entire family and friends group. And I was like, why you gotta hurt me like that? and the response is, the cinnamon roll has baked long enough. She's cooked long enough. It's time to get her out. We have to be the ones to save her. She cannot be allowed to take more punishment. She's taken far too many of our sins on her own. Okay, so I still can't buy from him. I was hoping I would be able to. Okay, I was expecting to get snagged by something. There we go. Alright. Who's gonna grab us now? Where are we going? Oh, it's Navia. And she's with a Fatui member. Oh, really?
Navia!
Oh, that's right. We had Charlotte with us.
Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around.
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too. Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snežević. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people, but we're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats.
That is not at all not his voice, just his personality about being intrigued about cats.
But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
Okay.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks.
What the fuck? So let's see here. Yes, no, I will say almost. Almost every Fatui we have met up till now has been just an absolute asshole. And this one poor boy has shown up to be like, yo, I'm here to help. He's being very kind about things and saying, yeah, no, we don't want to do this. We want to seem like we just share the same interest. We're not here to be like this, but he said it really delicately. By the way, I'm a real big fan of yours. I love the cat article last year. It's like, my dude, how did you know about that?
Oh, you're back too.
Oh.
How are things?
Oh, she must have gone into the dark end. I'm going to put this on auto.
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Oh.
Huh? You're here too, Clarant?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake?
Ooh.
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading Chlorand at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile. How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it?
That's
Not bad.
gonna be
Your
weird.
addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots.
Charlotte takes more. Okay.
All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
I have a feeling that image is going to come back.
You're very quick.
Come back on us in many ways.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness
Hey,
is the
Rice,
key.
welcome in. Here to
Also,
chill.
not to brag, but
Sounds
I'm pretty
amazing.
good at building connections.
Welcome in.
Who knows? I might
Oh, hey,
eventually
there
get
you
that
are.
interview with you after all, Miss Clarand.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, she got one at the fort. Oh, that's right. That's right. She did get one with him. Oh.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin, who told Monsieur Nervillette, and he told you, right?
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the fortress become so friendly towards the media? I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridesley will make a personal appearance.
You're
He
right.
will.
I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be making a move first.
Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon tea in exchange.
Oh, these dorks. Groot.
You seem curious about the fortress.
Of course. That Risley. I still remember going down to the fortress to grill him for information on my father's case. Boy, did he take me for a ride. Without telling me anything, of course.
But he did invite you to tea, didn't he?
2 large pots of it, in fact. It was good tea, though.
I have to agree. The tea there is very good.
Ah, speaking of that, would you like to have some today? I mean, you've got time, right?
Well, I'd be partial to some shortbread.
Wow, it's like we've got a menu or something. Sure.
Good.
What flavor of biscuits would you like, Mr. Snezhevich?
Me? I'm fine with anything. But I would prefer chocolate, should you have it.
All right, leave it to me.
I'll go over the newly arrived supplies with you later, Mr. Snezhevich. We should be able to finish the preparatory work today.
That works great for me.
Huh. Is it just me, or did you get a new lipstick?
I did. It was a gift from Sijuin. Want to give it a try? I think the color would suit you too.
Girl talk. Love it. That's actually funny that we talked to Garunt over here. It's just like, yeah, no, he's just listening in. I kind of think that means that Risley either was feeling bad for Navia, or...
You seem curious about the fortress.
Of course. That Risley. I still remember going down to the fortress to grill him for information on my father's case. Boy, did he take me for a ride. Without telling me anything, of course.
But he did invite you to tea, didn't he?
2 large pots of it, in fact. It was good tea, though.
I have to agree. The tea there is very good.
It makes me wonder if he was defusing the situation as much as he possibly could to work around what was going on, and the tea was just his main thing to do. When he's nervous or upset or he's unsure of what to do. And his response is to just be like, okay, what can be done? Oh, would you like some tea? I could see that. I could see him doing that. That makes sense to me. But the rest of that is just like, I think he was trying to keep her busy for a while. That, or he actually has a genuine interest in her, which would be hilarious. I would very much be happy to see that, because that would be hilarious. In all ways.
Speaking of that, would you like to have some today? I mean, you've got time, right?
Well, I'd be partial to some shortbread.
Wow.
Shortbread's
it's like
great.
we've got
I love
a menu
shortbread.
Or something. Sure.
I wonder what he's in reference to.
Good.
Snezhevich.
What flavor of biscuits would you like, Mr. Snezhevich?
Snezhevich.
I'm fine with anything. But I would prefer chocolate, should you have it.
All right. Leave it to me.
I'll go over the newly arrived supplies with you later, Mr. Snezhevich. We should be able to finish the preparatory work today.
That works great for me.
Huh. Is it just me, or did you get a new lipstick?
I did. It was a gift from Sijuin. Want to give it a try? I think the color would suit you too.
I love how everyone is just like, Sijuin is a little troublemaking little shit. But she is still very much wait, that can't, that's not it. Follow that. There we go. All right. She is very much a troublemaking little shit. So it's interesting to see that everyone else gets along so well with her. To be like, yeah, so we're going in to get snackage. It's like, wait, what? Yeah, she gave me a gift. It's like, how do you know Siegewing that well that she's willing to give you a gift? But that's actually impressive. I'm gonna help myself to some water here.
Guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke!
There we
Did you
go.
come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
In his extra coat.
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
Oh.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
That's right.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need. Miss Charlotte, do these pictures really need to be published on the cover of the Steam?
Self-conscious?
It
Or...
would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr. Jurier,
Oh.
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed, and I'm very thankful to the Steambird for...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And I'll be honest, I enjoyed chatting with you more. You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going on.
Oh.
The boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend.
Laying it on super thick for him.
If I might ask, where's that flying ship now?
Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another exclusive scoop.
Yeah.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory.
Bowels.
I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that loss?
She really does know how to squeeze opportunities for all they're worth. True.
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well, then, 2 solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. We've seen this kind
Those
of
two are
thing
most
before.
definitely either dating or doing something on the side.
Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
I have questions about Siege Wing, and I want people to answer them, but no one knows.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on, Miss Siegewayne. Over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
She's practically iridescent. Why would you want somewhere brighter?
Do I have to smile?
She glows in the dark.
Oh, how have things been at the fortress?
Oh, I liked her comment there about the smile.
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Mr. Jurier? Miss Lorvine?
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun. Not that you would want that, which is a pity.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two.
You walk with him for a while and share the news from
See?
above ground.
Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
He sure did win them over, huh?
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face extended sentences for abetting his escape.
Well,
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you too?
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey, everyone. The photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
There'll be a next time?
ha ha ha,
Who
yes.
knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time. Until then.
Mind you,
All right,
you just
let's
opened
start the docks.
a can. This is not going away.
Oh, you know, I'd love to see you in one of Charlotte's photo shoots one day.
Yes.
Is that really necessary? Our line of work doesn't really require much photographing.
It's precisely because we don't need the picture that they'll have value as keepsakes. You don't really look all that opposed to the idea, you know.
Maybe I'm just happy that I managed to once again avoid the spotlight. I think this interview went well either way.
Yes, you successfully kept prying eyes away by using Mr. Jurier and Miss Lorvine as shields. Very good.
You should be happy for them. They have a bright future ahead of them.
Yeah, I'm sure. Nope, that was me tipping stuff over on my keyboard. Give me that welfare bill. Yoink. Alright, let's see here. How did I pick up one of these things again? God damn it. Ew, I got freaking... Those with no freedom cannot be sad. Excuse you. What? That doesn't make any sense. Alright. So we are literally just escorting Charlotte all around the entire nation of Fontaine. Well, we got close to it. Okay. I have moved so fast that the wings didn't render. And I have moved so fast once the wings didn't respond when I pushed the button to make them glide.
You don't have the free time to be sad. Makes sense to me.
Oh, that's what they were going for. Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure you could still feel sad if you're... Oh, they're going back. Are they going back?
I didn't see them! They really are here! How did you know?
Yeah, that's weird.
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together.
Oh.
Apparently, they've been at the docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Would you like a magic pocket? What sort of gadget is it?
Oh, they were giving those
It's
out
a
at the start.
wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you. Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
I like how she immediately went there.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this what you meant by, I'll help you make some more friends?
Ah.
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Sure. Please, write down my address.
You sure are working hard to help Fremine socialize.
Well, I don't know if
He was
he's...
the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
I'm not sure what you would call him. If he's an introvert or if he's just... I don't think he's shy. He might be shy. I don't think he's an introvert. He might just be... I don't like other people, but I don't know how to deal with people. That could be it. It does sound like it would suit him.
I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh,
I mean,
it'll work out.
yeah.
Every journey begins with the first step.
You could do
He'll
that.
become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over? Miss Charlotte says she wants to take a picture of us.
Aww.
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. So, how have things been, Traveler?
Not too bad. He is weird, but Lenny's actually a decent bro.
Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for your contributions to Fontaine.
That's all right. We were more than happy to help. So, what's she doing now?
That's actually a good
I
question.
guess you haven't heard. Well...
she eating more children?
After Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Neuvillette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
A diplomatic gift? A gnosis?
That motherfucker better be broken.
Yes,
Not Neuvillette, but the
I was
actual
quite
gnosis.
surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it. It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about
Furthermore,
fucking
Father did also lend
dipshit over
significant
there.
aid to Fontaine and Poisson.
Oh. We do actually owe them a lot, don't we?
This is a gnosis we're talking about. Doesn't this seem a bit irresponsible?
I mean,
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems that Monsieur Neuvillette has had a significant change of heart regarding the matter.
So there's some reason for this that only Neuvillette knows about?
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself. Ah, yes, speaking of which, I did see him strolling around the entrance to the Fortress of Meripede a while back.
Isn't he real busy and stuff? Paimon didn't think he'd have the time for that. But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
we just saw him get
They say that
yeeted
he's
into
returned
the,
to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds.
Oh.
I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
Makes me, well, he was chucked into the abyss by Skirk, wasn't he? That was an abyss portal. Because she shrank the narwhal, and then yeeted both of them into the fucking abyss, or at least an alternative realm she could beat the shit out of them in. So, that makes me wonder about a few things on her, but yeah. I guess I can now call him one of my war buddies, I guess.
When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui. To think we'd be allied with them this time.
You're
So
allied with
shocked
the
by
knave.
such a simple switching of sides?
Yeah, I would say that sounds like the knave.
Father!
Well, well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
Are you going to take the gnosis back to Snezhnaya?
Yeah,
That is our duty as harbingers, yes. Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With such a grand goal in mind, it is inevitable that we must wear many masks.
Honestly, so long as you don't turn out like
Switching my
Signora,
masks
I think we're all
is
fine.
something I've
Or
always
Doctor.
done.
Doctor needs to go down in a chipper shredder. Will you keep your
Well,
position?
that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever?
Okay.
As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners.
Oh shit, I forgot we had that. Yeah, that's Child's. I just remembered something. Please help us deliver this.
A
Yeah.
vision. All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him this entire
Yeah,
time.
he has been fighting with a delusion the entire time. That's not his.
That's a wrap for me. Huh? You're...
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
She's probably like,
hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
I will.
The sea
you should just
breeze
ask
is
for
quite
a picture
pleasant.
just to have of her.
I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable.
Because chances are she may be
Farewell.
going away soon.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This'll be more than enough for me to write about, I'm sure.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
To move things about?
It's
That's right. Funny. I was giving out magic pockets when we first met, too.
and he was.
And what do you know? I'm doing the exact same thing right now. So many things have happened, but the pockets are still the pockets. I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends. All right then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day, you two.
Aw, that's so nice.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte, huh? Shall we go see how Neverlette's doing? As long as he's not so busy that he doesn't have time to chat anyway.
Yeah, we can figure out what the shit he's been doing, why he felt the need to give away the goddamn gnosis, not to us, but to the knave, because that's kind of a big deal. Like, I can't zoom out, so I can't see you do this again. There we go. He's doing the fish. He kind of looks like a fish when he does that. Good times. But yeah, it makes me wonder why there had to be something. He changed his mind about it. We do owe the knave, but do we really owe the knave a gnosis? There's some long plays going on here. Isn't that right, Paisley? I have a feeling that there's something else going on. I would say, should I just ride the bus? Let's go over here to the temple. Play Opera de Epiclès. There's still a bunch of conversations about melazines I need to find. There's a lot of fun ones. Aww. Damn. I like Nouvelette's character quest. It was good. I wish it was longer, because he actually had a really decent one, and it was very telling about
Entrance to the fortress. Ooh, he really is there.
because he was waiting to make sure that everything was fine. He loves the melazines. I want to know more about his relationship and the melazines. You know, that to me is like very touching. It's more concern we've seen out of all of them next to any, you know, out of any Archon.
So, you really are here, Neverlet. Hyman didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Oh?
Aw, Hyman's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved? The whole business is still quite the mystery to us.
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to say them out loud.
Ooh, he sighs softly before telling the truth of his concerns that day. Volchorus deceived the Heavenly Principles and used Farina's endless performances to save Fontaine.
So that's what happened?
I only saw Farina's part myself.
Destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontanians from dissolving.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontanians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontanians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Fossilor must have counted on you to make that decision as well.
Oh shit. Okay, so that's what happened. Oh, you're finally at this part? Wait, you already know in this part? I'm still catching up. I have been spoiler free, so you could say that it was at this moment that the Fontanians were truly born. Ooh, I hate how they break up his sentence into two things.
And in a manner of speaking, Fossilor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanids into real people too!
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away.
Let's
I
go
will
ahead
tell
and
you
get
the
it
truth
taken
as I
care
know
of.
it.
Alright. The verdict incident that was passed
I
on
have
to child.
investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring narwhal. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. At most, he would have had tangential liability. As for the judgment passed by the Oratrice during the trial, whether it was due to that liability by association, or Fossilor deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the creature off, I cannot say.
Guess Fossilor had Fontanians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was thanks to her that they finally became real humans. Hang on a second.
Baby.
I suddenly got another question. Back when Fontanians hadn't yet become real humans, were the children they had also transformed Oceanids?
Oh shit.
Life has always flowed like water.
Yeah. What about
Do you
that?
recall how Fontanians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for children?
Yeah, Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine converge.
Right.
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
Paimon sorta gets it now. Either way, seems like this ritual won't be of any further use, but it'll probably live on as a local custom.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Kind of explains some things, but I'm not too sure. Alright, so we already asked about the first one. Alright, there's the Gnosis question we're all dying for, but we'll ask about the future of this place.
Risley said Farina has already left. What's that all about?
Ah, Lady Farina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Fossilor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest.
Oh,
Having said that,
the
she
poor
then
little
packed her
bean.
things and moved out of the Opera House. Not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to stay, right?
We're not going
You
to find
need
her in a
not worry.
box on the street,
I will
right?
make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel.
Good.
In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Fossilor the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a normal life.
Yeah, she'll need it.
You then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full powers as the Hydro Dragon?
After Fossilor passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function. This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our courts. From now on, I shall hear cases and pass verdicts by myself.
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the Udex, huh?
Let's hope that
As
doesn't
an
turn out to be
elemental
bad.
dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say that both were granted to me. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the Udex shall coexist within my person. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem,
Oh,
which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
oh, right, the power.
That's true. That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon, wasn't it? Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay. Where are they getting their energy from?
As I am
hey?
now, I have full command over New Musia. and it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Wow. This ancient dragon's authority stuff is really quite useful, huh?
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
That's different. That's really different. All right, all right. Really, the next stop on my journey, we're gonna ask him about that. We're gonna ask him about the Gnosis.
Oh, that's right! They say you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic gift or something!
Yeah.
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during this crisis. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis's power. As such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine. If the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now, and avoid unnecessary conflict.
What complicated considerations? Paimon thought you were just giving it to them out of gratitude to the knave and as an apology to Child.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
All right. Interesting. Interesting. That's all he had to say about that. I was expecting more, but it was just... It's broken, and we no longer have a use. May as well give it to them while we have a chance. Before they come back and start trouble. I can understand that.
You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume.
Natlan. Alright, or
I'm
Natlan.
afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land.
Alright.
As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
A nation of dragons? You mean like you?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity.
Really?
Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like an undying flame. There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the knave that I believe may be useful to you. The harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
Oh?
Captain. Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a Fatui Harbinger doing their thing.
I
There's a
suggest
lot
that
of
you
them.
fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you.
Oh, wait. Hang on a minute.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Alright, no. Oh, caps lock's on. Genshin Impact. Capitano. Ah, oh shit, that motherfucker. Oh. Oh, I like how they updated that. El Capitano, also known by his codename The Captain, is one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers. He is currently in Natlan, where he has thrown his hat into the nation's endless ring of war. Huh. Alright, let me see here. Wanderer views... Oh, okay. Oh, this guy's weird. Capitano enjoys a high reputation... enjoys a high reputation amongst the Fatui, with Victor stating that if he had a choice, he would rather work under Capitano. Wanderer, however, views such attitude negatively and points out that holding absolute righteousness is a potential hazard. Capitano has dark blue eyes. Out of all the confirmed harbingers, he is the only one whose face is concealed. Interesting. Okay. He's that guy. Wait, what? Oh, interesting. Oh, shit, that's cool. So we all know about the little shit Mika, right? Right. Well, it turns out, let me turn this over here so I can look directly at it. Mika actually says something about him. So we all know Varka is in charge of the Knights of Favonius, who have gone out on an expedition. Mika was a part of that expedition before he came back, and then the others left, or they stayed out and he came back. During Varka's expedition, when Mika was accompanying them, the Knights accidentally ran into several Fatui scouts, resulting in a tense situation where Capitano was eventually alerted of the situation alongside Varka. The two eventually met and agreed to peacefully depart, with Varka stating that he would not have... Whoa. Okay, never mind. Holy shit, Varka's insane. The two eventually meet and agree to peacefully depart, with Varka stating that he would have loved to duel him under different circumstances. After Signora's issues in Inazuma, at the hands of Raiden Shogun, when they were there in Snezhnaya during their meeting with her, Capitano, along with the other Harbingers, barring Scaramouche, were in attendance, where he questioned El Doctor on the situation with Scaramouche and the Electronosis. That's interesting. So he's been around. He's been causing tons of issues in different ways. That's so weird. Okay. So we actually would have heard about him if I actually cared to level up Mika at all, friendship-wise. No, Mika, no. It'll happen eventually, naturally. Let me ask about the Gnosis.
Oh, that's right!
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least the Oratrice, has ceased to function. The Hydra, as such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine. If the Fatui have impure designs, ask away. I will tell you the truth.
Okay, so it literally has no more power. Or, yeah, no power to them that they need.
Hang on a sec. Paimon's still got a question about the Gnosis. When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
Honestly, yeah.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certainly sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
What is it?
In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Skirt, the sound your brakes make. Skirt! That sound when you sneeze.
We're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon as well, all right, Nervalet?
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power, what it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it again?
I do not know what you speak of.
Of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense, which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing, but once a person dies,
The bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts. And my reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
This third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they die?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know. If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next time.
Next time? You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
We need to get to Shinesnaya now.
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass that information on to you.
We're gonna go fucking see if Child is on the deathbed or not.
So that's what the no-sees actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is what she meant to say.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to the Fatui.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by keeping it here.
He is the fourth. For me, that information means two things. Either it means that his sister is considered the third, or another came before him, but after her. Because there was 4? 5. There's a number of descenders. It depends on what they mean by a descender. Because technically the Heavenly Principles is a descender. And I'm not sure if they consider the Heavenly Principles the first or not. We don't have very much information about that, so I'm trying to sit here and think, but yeah. Fuck, that's a bit dark if that's your sibling. If you accumulate them all in one place, maybe they're trying to rebuild your sister. But then again, we just saw her sister. Like, she's been running around this world since the whole shit began. So, how would they have killed her? As far as I know, the Fatui can't bring back the dead. So, not the Fatui, the Abyss. The Abyss can't bring back from the dead. She's aligned with the Abyss. Because she's considered their princess. Okay. 1, that the Gnosis are related to the Descenders. And 2, that the only one who came before me has... Wait. 2, the one that the one who came before me has already died.
I guess that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element-compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third Descender. I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision! That does sort of count as special compatibility, right? No, let's not think about this stuff right now. It just feels creepy. Comparing the Traveler to the dead third Descender and all.
I guess we can negate our sister out of all of that.
That's what you say, but this topic still feels like bad luck. Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of him. Or go look for his master and get the answers that way.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking. The same is true of being at court.
Alright. Whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine's over for now.
Yes. All of Focalor's efforts were for this moment as well.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all those years as a human. Was that really what she wanted?
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will.
I don't think Focalor was ever expecting Farina to last as long as she did. because she had actually said even then that, yeah, she accumulated enough to last her millennia, like full-on power. I don't think she ever put in the equivalent to like say, oh yeah, this is when we could stop. It's straight up, she accumulated so much power that she was just like, fuck, alright, I'm annihilating the actual thing and restoring all the power and everything. It's like, that's a lot of power. I don't know if she was expecting that in 500 years, or it was just like, oh yeah, we needed to do this for a long time. I need to rewatch that because I really don't know.
I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops. Life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon all. And what, ultimately, is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
Yay! Don't judge me. Yay! Hey, take that. Thank you very much. Aw. My bro, my dude. Wait, what is this? When the traveler picks up a source water droplet, they will restore HP to the... Oh, cool. That just ties him in a fight with Neuvillette. Like, yeah. Cool. Do. Oh! Oh, really? Oh, that's so fucking cute. Okay, let's see here. Those are world. Why do these have blue on them? I wonder. They're probably actually really important. Oh. Oh, we finally have an answer to that one, huh? I was doing that one on the side. Shikoni. That's Heizo's thing I was working on. Hyperion Dirge. Oh yeah, fuck that one. Life in Meropede. Oh right, that one. Yeah, it was mainly so I could get credit coupons, but I already have enough to buy all the ingredients. Well, crap ass, I guess we're doing Rowena's story. Yes, to yesterday. We'll do. First. Alright guys. I need you to pull your power together. Alright, just pull it all together. And hope that I get it for Rowena, okay?
A word of advice, don't break.
I don't think I can climb up there anymore.
Anything else?
I did it once.
Yeah, seriously.
By going from up there to over there and then climbing. It's rather difficult to get up there. This part of the world has no really cool things to stand on except this place. You know, it's like, it's that high up there. I'm surprised, though, that that has nothing to do with the Skyward Spine. Although I am right with those guys over there. A lot of people have been saying the same thing I have, and they felt that quite variant, or quite obviously, they don't expect Celestia to just let Fontaine get away with this. Chances are we're going to leave Fontaine, and they're going to drop a nail on it somewhere outside the designated design. What is my superfood? No, hang on a minute. 60, 60, 80. What? No. What? I thought I had a super thing in here. Oh wait, they're up here. Duh. These are the stamina boom things in 2-star. These are 3-stars. That's why I didn't see it. Oh yeah, I made 100 of those. Look at that. Oh, and here's the questionable version. I love that. I love how we broke that with Hu Tao. But no, seeing that up there, it really does make me think that something is happening. Like, they would not have just let this happen. They would have done something to retaliate with. And that makes me think that, yeah. Can I go over? Yeah. You know, it'd be nice if I could stand here. Or sit. I'm gonna glide over the... Ooh, oh, right, there. I unlocked that chunk of the map. I went on a freaking tour and looked around those areas. Discovering stuff and finding things. It's weird when they retool the map and you can see stuff that's like, that wasn't there earlier. It's like, no, I went and added it in. It's like, that's still weird. Like, that, I believe, is the tallest mountain here. And you can't even get to the top of it. It's like, let me scale you. Okay. I better get it or I'm gonna jump. Come on, Farina. Come on. Curses. A plague be upon ye. Really? 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 Fine. I'm gonna pull for you later. I guess I'm not eating takeout. I'm gonna go throw money into you then. Oh, nope, not that one. Constellation. Yeah, I'm just building her up. I think I've only got 2 of her already. And it's just like, weird. Trump kitty card. She's not a cat though. Like, I guess they're playing with the cat stuff with her, and I don't get why. What the fuck? Alright. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have like that 1,500 now. I literally just was like, all right, we'll see how she turns out. Like I was kind of futzing about with her just for the giggles of it all, and lo and behold, she has turned into like, that's stupid. A wrecking force. Did not go up very high. But if you send her, that'll go up. Not by much. Never mind. Wait a minute. Oh, her attack, her base attack, and then her attack percentage. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I gave her this. The flowing purity, 90 out of 90. Attack, it's, you know, it is their booster. These artifacts aren't even fucking leveled all the way. This is the only one I started leveling, and that's just for the attack damage. And it's like, oh, wait, this, attack. What is this? Attack. This? HP with attack. Attack. And I'm like... I need to farm so much crap with her, it's not even funny. It's like, to level up your abilities, I'm gonna have to lock myself in dungeons and just go crazy. Like, it's gonna be stupid. Well, that sucks. That wasted all of my shit. Oh, that sucks. Alright, well. You know what that means. I'll see you later. No, I wouldn't do that. No. Grab some water, though. There we go. Alright. Well, we may as well start Buttercup's good old-fashioned quest.
Hey, Catherine, it's us.
Catherine.
Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps?
Please. I would really like one. The more lucrative, the better. You don't have to be so direct.
You know we're worth it. For quality work and speedy results, choose Paimon and the Traveler.
Need to work on that sales pitch.
It's always a pleasure to see our two most avid adventurers again. Looking for the next challenge, I see. Actually, we do in fact have a rather urgent commission that is still open. Having read the details, however, I don't believe you'd consider it to be lucrative.
Don't worry about that. We were just kidding. So what's the situation?
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their musical. The original cast member ran into some issues, and is currently unable to perform the role.
Oh?
But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties.
Oh.
So unfortunately, they cannot afford to pay the replacement actress.
Oh.
That does sound like a tricky situation. So basically they're looking for a volunteer?
That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses, but none of them were willing to take the job. There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll probably have to postpone the show. And delays tend to create all sorts of new problems.
Got it.
Ooh.
Oh, this one's a
Alright.
doozy.
We'll see what's going
Traveler,
on.
any ideas? Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
True, very true. I mean, I doubt we could just
If you're
break down and
interested in
dance.
helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester? He's right over there. Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but you might be able to help him figure out another solution. Maybe there's something he hasn't thought of.
Alright.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? No wonder, he looks like he just ate a sour lemon.
That's mean, Paimon. That's mean.
Paimon approves, let's go!
This Catherine is very
Hello
different.
there. Are you
She's
the guy
very
looking
weird.
for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two. Are you really willing to act in my musical?
Wow,
No, dude.
sounds like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already.
Absolute hell to the no.
Neither of us have any experience in musicals, but we heard that you're in a bit of a bind, so we figured we could at least try to help you think of a solution.
Ah, I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer was a long shot.
Indeed.
If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. It would be such a shame.
Can't you cover the budget for a new actress with the ticket fees?
That's the
You're doing
thing.
free tickets, aren't you?
We're not some high-profile theater troupe, just a group of amateur enthusiasts.
Oh. Wait, no, still.
All our sets and props are very crude. We're grateful enough just to get an audience, never mind ticket fees. If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have turned out differently. But now, it looks inevitable that we'll disband.
Disband? You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you? Yeah, this is supposed to be our final show together as a troupe.
Oh.
One last show. And after that, we go our separate ways. So we were really hoping to end on a high note. Nobody wants things to just fizzle out. Not after all the time and effort we've invested into it.
Catherine mentioned that one of your actresses can't make it.
The leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood, and unfortunately, it flared up again recently. It really drains all her energy, so she's in no state to perform.
Oh?
The show just won't be the same without her. But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas. What if we sponsored the show? Traveler, how much more are you carrying?
Not enough.
Please, there's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor. and I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
True, true. That's life. Let's see here. War isn't the biggest room. How do you find someone who's a good fit for the role?
Good point.
We're going through friends and family
goes
alike.
through the motions for the Mora. That's not exactly rescuing the show. We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... you know who?
Great minds think alike. I was just thinking that. I don't know about this, guys.
That's how you know we're the best of partners. Anyway, she should have all the free time in the world right now.
That's kind of
Really
mean.
good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd. Performing in a musical should be a piece of cake for her.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous.
Oh, Farina.
Her? You're... That was a joke, right?
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she'd be really good at it.
Yeah.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before. They were one of the reasons she was so popular. But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's suddenly a commoner. She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady Farina might feel a bit out of place in an amateur troupe like ours.
You want the show to go on ahead, don't you?
Well, yes, but...
Come on, you know you want to.
Fair enough. I mean, if she was actually willing to, then of course I'd be honored to have Lady Farina star in our show. I'm sure the rest of the troupe would be delighted too. I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of performing on stage with her one day.
Everyone, freak out.
It all depends on whether she's interested. She might consider this opportunity beneath her.
She probably has a lot of free time.
About that. We'll only know if we ask her. And besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be all high and mighty anymore.
Let's go. Yeah, we'll
Thank you
check on
for
her
your
anyway.
help. I guess I'll just stay here and wait for the good news.
Sure.
Good luck.
Don't fuck up.
Wait, where does Farina actually live nowadays? She used to live in luxury at the Palais Mermonia, but she's, moved out, right?
That's actually a good
As it
question.
happens,
Oh.
I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
You left the booth.
When did you get here?
I came over when things were starting to sound more promising. I thought I should be at the ready in case my assistance is needed. It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find Farina. Back in a jiffy.
Again, this is a weird, Catherine.
I can't believe they're seriously asking Lady Farina. Seems a little over the top.
Try not to worry. May I pour you a glass of water?
You know what's gonna be hilarious? Like, I'm not even joking. Just like full-on fucking hilarious. Is if Catherine is the spitting image of the Syriza. Doesn't that just like fit though? Is we all know that Catherine isn't real, is a real person, and the thing with that is she has to be designed about someone. She has to have someone's image. So some of them might be real.
Have you ever seen these stickers on my
as
back?
one
Do me a
person
favor
running
and take
around.
them off.
They could be
Melazines
fake.
like to play
You know,
pranks sometimes.
it's kind of like one of those things of, is this a real person or is it not? And she's always around. She's always in the know. So it's like, is there some network we don't know of things being shared? Or could it be the Syriza is leaving her fucking throne to go dress up as an adventurer and just chill the fuck out in these places, keeping an eye on us and doing other things like that? Like, because there was a few of them that are just weird. And that's really what makes me think she might be
I
normal,
once
she might
considered
not
keeping
be.
some
It's
pets
like,
in my office, but soon gave up on the idea.
just one of those little things that lives in my head.
Did Catherine really give us the right address?
She's
She
walking down the street.
Here? Not that there's anything wrong with this place. It's just, A bit of a step down from the Palais Marmonia.
Well, yeah.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Oh, she sounds so tired.
Did popping on a thin air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags. I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food, but now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too.
Is she eating macaroni every day? That's
fucking rude.
They are. They are. Though what gets me, though, is that says, don't you get sick of eating macaroni every day? That is a huge assumption that she's eating macaroni every day. Like, that is a big assumption.
Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
What? Remember that picture I sent you? I minimized Discord. Which one? Oh, yes. Yes, the one from yesterday. Well, and see, here's the thing, though, is Farina's special is a cake. Like, she learned how to cook a cake. She's actually, like, accomplished at cooking. She says homemade meals. But she's, I guess, picking the, I guess, cheapest or poorest thing she could bake. I don't know. She's over 500 years old. She's had more than enough time to cook. She knows how to make the freaking cakes and desserts. So she's just choosing to live like this, I guess. She's got that one. Yeah, I've seen that. Like, what the fuck? She's gone full neat. Or, you know, yeah, hikikomori. Like, just full on living in her house. Is this all because you have to do all your own cooking now?
Rude. Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity. It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too. Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre faucilor or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
But she does, because that's how she gets her specials.
Not yet, maybe.
Oh, never mind. Oh.
Anyway,
what
are you even doing here? I do hope you didn't come here just to ogle at my fall from grace. Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this
She's
time.
wearing black.
So if you're
She's
just
in dark
here
mode.
to clown around, then please be on your way. Shoot.
Sorry, we're sorry. Please don't be mad.
That's interesting. So she can't cook. What the fuck? But wait, no. She can cook macaroni. So far. So she's not as bad as I, or A, who literally says this character cannot cook. The only character in the game who is forbidden from cooking. Rowena has you beat.
Yeah, exactly what the traveler said. Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you.
Yeah, no shit.
Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
That's not important. We actually came to here to ask you for your help.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help.
If not you, then no one. You're the only person for the job.
Well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now. So tell me, what specifically makes this matter so specific?
Yes.
I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense.
Come for a
After all,
dance.
I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine, well versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities. But given the present circumstances, I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting request.
How come? It sounds like this would be a breeze for you.
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage. Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that character has left an indelible mark on me.
Ooh.
Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely. I'm not the same person I once was. Of course, that can't be undone now. It's
The way
too
her
late,
ego
and
oscillates
I have
between
no
it's
intention
Jover
of reinventing
and
myself
we're so
all
back.
over again.
Stay strong,
But
queen.
at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
The eyes make a difference now, where it's, you know, oh, I'm the Archon, I'm Rowena. You know, the two halves of the whole coin. And she's the side that, well, no longer has the backside. It's very different. And I can understand why she's like, ah, yes, oh, no, we're back, no. What? No. It's like, yes, you need a hug. Has anyone given this girl a hug in 500 years? She needs one. Someone give her a hug.
Paimon can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
Whether it's a one-off or not,
I would.
it's a
I know,
boundary
right?
that I've committed to no longer cross. If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place.
Okay.
So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare. Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Nope.
Aw.
Short and to the point, okay.
I've never been great.
That's the most
at
sane thing a
maintaining
Genshin character has said, yeah.
Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me. Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't assume the worst of people. What's wrong with making one exception?
True, but I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of the blue, begging and groveling for their help with a show they won't even get paid for?
Get out of here, mouse.
Ooh, no way. I'm dying from embarrassment just thinking about it. Nope, not happening.
Well, is there anything else we can do? This performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
Yeah.
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't want this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would. Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
It's all right, Farina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, everyone in the troupe will be so disappointed.
Alright, let's try to come up with a plan B.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now. All right, then. We'll see you around, Farina.
Toodaloo to you, too. I'm going home to take a rest now.
Well, that poor little biscuit just needs a hug.
It's too bad, but we have to respect Farina's decision. Maybe the thought of performing brings
Is
up
this
too many painful
the
memories
night
now.
theme song? Is that why that jazz turns on? Is because it's nighttime? Shit. Wait, who are you? You're new.
Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
Oh boy. Trouble in paradise.
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent?
Oh.
When did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes that she's healthy enough to perform. Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Farina go?
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
Yeah.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed a little, so maybe that's not such bad news after all.
Yeah.
You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all. Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then.
Is that a bell? A chime? Imagine if we had managed to convince Farina to leave her to find out she's no longer needed. Oh. Oh, the poor biscuit. Oh, the poor biscuit. I wasn't looking there for a second there. I don't know if she entered the screen while we weren't looking or she walked across the way, but this poor biscuit is just hiding. Oh. That's a punch in the gut. Oh.
Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Farina really so harsh with people?
Only joking, calm down. So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh? Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Why did we shift to this view? I see these two, the Garda-mech. There's nothing else back there going on? No one else jumping across the screen?
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you. So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is putting everything they have into this final performance. We have to make sure it goes ahead.
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out until the performance day. I
We'll
share
find out.
everyone's desire to commemorate all our years as a troupe with a proper farewell show. So the last thing I want is to be left out. Every one of us thinks of this troupe as their home, myself included.
You're right. I'm sorry. I let myself get too worried about the show. I should have asked for your permission first.
All's well that ends well.
All's wells and Mel's wells. All right, here. Oh my god, he noticed. Those are the eyes of someone who knows they're doomed.
Sure.
I'm on, wait here a second. Oh. You poor little biscuit. Oh, that cute smile.
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list.
You just need a hug.
All right, I'm coming. No need to drag me. Hello, one and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
Farina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
I was just ever so slightly concerned about the situation you mentioned. Yes, a teensy bit concerned, that's all. When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things. And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down. I'm sorry, Paimon.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
Interesting. Yeah. Then why didn't you just show yourself?
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you? I felt very sheepish, having had a change of
my
heart
hip.
after flatly refusing you. And then, to make matters worse,
Poor Frida still being put on the accident.
in any
Oh
case,
yeah.
it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady Farina star in our show?
There's no need to think like that, and no need to keep addressing me as lady. Just Farina is fine. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe.
Possibly.
I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control.
Oh.
Everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe. She kept us going.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe. And tragically, she was a victim in the serial disappearances case.
Oh shit. That was a throwback.
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice. But still, no sentence can bring our director back to us.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Farina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us. People loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from strength to strength. Things were really looking up for us.
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray. None of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. We've been doing the best we can. But despite our efforts, things are slowly but surely falling apart. It's agonizing. But ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
Oh.
Why can Farina not get away from, like,
A
fucking
gifted
gut
artist
punches?
from humble beginnings, who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell to the stage, is also your final gift for her?
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Okay.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Farina.
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides, they're no longer looking for a replacement anyway. I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member. But only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Oh, most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
I would say she wants to be a
unfortunately
director.
don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director. Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high.
Yeah.
The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal liability, but what about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them?
The verdict can bring out emotional catharsis. They come pouring out and flow away into infinity. Yeah.
An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time. Take, for
You would be
example, how
surprised.
this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before, and so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh?
I'm on.
You just want to get back in on the action, don't you?
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Alright, since it's you, I'll do it. Damn! Alright, especially since it's related to the serial disappearances case.
Thank you all
We'll be
so
smooth
much.
with the first one.
Our director was a huge fan of Miss Farina's performances, as of course we all are. Alright, follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space. Please excuse the size. It's a little on the smaller side.
Okay. Are we in the sewers or no?
Exactly. But none of them believed me.
Okay, we'll check this real quick. Let's see how bad my history is real quick. Oh yeah, Kale, 4-star, permanent wish. Wait, what? Oh. Crap baskets. Ah. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. Kave. Really? Wait a minute. I know I've done novice. Oh, hey, maybe I did do it. Oh, that's right. I didn't draw when I was starting out. Yeah. Yeah, I did mess that up. Yeah, I drew on that one. Hope to get it. See here. Okay. Try this. Taking a look at something real quick. Okay. Trying to figure out where my stuff is based on that. Because I wonder how close I am to actually getting her. I have to be close. I would hate to imagine that I'm like that I probably lost a 50-50, but I couldn't imagine on who. Because I don't think I've got a 5-star. Unless if you lose it. No. That brings up a good question. If you... Wait, are they in the sewer? I think they are in the sewer. I think if you lose a 50-50, you still get a 5-star. It's just not the one you want. And I have yet to get any one. Oh, wow. Oh, no, we're here. Wait.
There's no point worrying about the future. Hey, Sarah.
Okay, that was weird. Huh. Alright, so this isn't where Farina lives. I was honestly just like, wait, how do we get back to Farina's house? Oh man, your roommates? You didn't even notice? Okay.
Huh? Lady Farina?
Oh.
What's Lady
Four people get to
Farina
enjoy
doing
her.
here?
Get to enjoy her.
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Lady... Miss Farina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant. These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Farina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
That's still a big thing. Like, it's really weird to imagine.
So, you were saying The Little Oceanid?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the name of our final show.
I was
It's
hoping
an
it had
unfinished
real
script left
Oceanid.
behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Let's see. Yeah, finding your actress with the least of worries. If it's not even done, you have to be worried about.
We've been battling issues on every front, trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family. She longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, she found friendship and even love. Everything seemed perfect. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
So far, so good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script.
Why?
We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
Okay.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
I mean, it can't
Exactly.
hurt.
A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own. And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from two of our main actors. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script, but the deadline's passed and we still haven't heard from him. The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Huh. Although, now that we have Miss Farina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up
Could you
to
imagine
as
how
a
bad
role
that's gonna
model.
break them when that happens?
Stop.
Oh, boy.
You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way.
Aww.
I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending. He went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Poisson.
Oh. Right.
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. To Poisson!
I was not expecting to hear anyone say that one. Outside of fucking Doctor Who. Allons-y means, let's go. No, I was also looking at some stats on the back end. Do you know how many times I have pulled up Shankyu? Waterboy. Just guess. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, we're really? We're just going down there. Why on earth would we like, oh yeah, you take the long way. No. Why is the pupper here? You okay, pupper? Okay, good. Goosh. Your bro lives in a
If I
shoot.
remember correctly, this is where he stayed.
Did he seal that off before this place flooded?
Who is it?
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
All right. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show.
I was
Even
expecting
once he's done,
her
it isn't
to
final
say
until
something
we've all
loudly,
had the
him
chance to
then
read through
him
and
freak the
make sure
fuck
we
out. Like,
agree
is
on
that for Weena?
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And Farina, too.
Oh, she was talking to me.
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
Oh, she wasn't putting up with any of that
How are
shit.
things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
I'm
This town is
sorry
very.
to
This
hear
song is very reminiscent of
I wish
Zelda
there
to
was
me.
something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done.
True.
Which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Farina. It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Well,
That's
what do you
nice, but they can
expect?
fuck off.
I am the courageous and considerate president of Spina di
Not-
Rosula,
Not
after
Navia.
all.
Not Navia.
Like
I meant the
my father
people.
before me. Anyway, that
Yeah,
was
fuck
all.
them.
Look after her now.
Readjust myself again. Oh, yeah, thank you. You got it, Navia.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
I mean, you could count Nouvelette. He's been around for 500 years. I mean... Are you... You okay over there, pupper? Are you eating that tentacle? Alright. Dogs. Enough said. Oh, there it goes. Let's head on back.
I'm so grateful that Miss Navia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Makes sense, as we all would be.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me. Which, of course, I completely understand and accept.
Yeah. Doesn't mean we can't hold them under the water until the bubbles stop. People won't dissolve in the water, though. Kind of makes it a little hard for the cleanup, though. Anyway, I'm sure some of the people didn't buy an obvious lie. We'll just roll with
I
it.
can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes.
You outlived most of them, so
I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
you kind of won that battle.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
Maybe you've taken it on a bit too much in one go. Me too, it's not like you.
I can't let myself see only the things I want to see. How would that make me any different from before?
I mean, you're taking
There
responsibility.
seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Yeah, they're not staying quiet either. Let's
Probably
go.
time we made a move. How about we check out Spina di Rasula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
Yeah. You want to try something? I'm more than welcome to throw punches at you. Let me see here. How do we get up there? Ah, the back ladder. So no one's guessed. I have pulled for Shang-Q apparently 11 times. Not pulled for. I have acquired him 11 fucking times. He's C11. Oh, you two are here.
Ah, there you are. We were just buying some fish. There's a clearance sale right now, and the prices are much better than in the city.
Who said anything about buying them? You're really gonna carry a huge fish around all day while we're out visiting Paulo and Villemont?
Ah, you're right. We don't have anywhere to put it.
I mean, I guess, but still. Would probably not be a good idea to get one while you have the chance. Or to come back to it. There we go. What's your problem, Reggae? Yeah, you alright? Too many things now. Dark days, strenuous labor, little beat. Yeah, that's true. Take a rest. You deserve it, my friend. What about you two? Those boxes aren't going to lift themselves. Good idea that you think about it before you move it. Don't hurt yourself. It'll always come back to harm you. Ooh, almost fell off that edge. There we go.
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
We have zero expectations from you.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet.
Will
I
do.
don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be. As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind.
Oh.
One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You shouldn't look at it like that.
Yeah, honestly.
Doing your duty.
There was nothing you could do to save that. So don't be so hard on yourself.
I had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth.
Oh.
As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
You need a hug.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
What the fuck? It's a lot of feels to be dumped on us all of a sudden. This hurts. What's as bad as Jet's quest so far? Actually, it hurts worse than Jet's quest. Damn.
Reward?
Yeah, because now you can finally speak your heart. You don't have to be anguished and alone anymore.
I guess so. Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing the secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Farina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
I mean...
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same.
Paimon meant to say was she doesn't like to see you so down. You feel better having gotten this off your chest. Can we slap Paimon? Like, seriously. Could we slap Paimon? She's just getting, like... She went from being comfortable to being rude. Like, almost abhorrently. Weird. Okay.
I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands. All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
I'm gonna be it's gonna be hilarious if she just knocks on his fucking door and tells his ass to hurry the fuck up. Looks like he's standing outside of it with another. Nope, it's just those two and the dog. All right, well, coming down. What's up? Imagine that's how the Terminator just spawned
Didn't you
in.
say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
That reminds me, we can go out for
come
fish and
on.
chips. I want some.
It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good-looking. That's your job.
Oh,
Are you
dick.
kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Ooh.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again.
Oh no. Oh no.
We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
Headphones and
He was
glasses.
originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role.
Oh.
Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
Sorry.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too, like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
That's kind of on point, Dick.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing.
Okay,
It
that's
was only
right. We do
after
have the
she was
Phantom
gone
Rider in the
that
background.
we realized how tough
Forgot
her
about her.
job really was.
All right.
You mentioned
pass.
earlier that the troop is like your home.
Home or family?
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore. I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it. One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Farina.
Farina? The Farina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine.
That would be the first and honest response to that is, how did you manage this?
And your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
What have you done? That would be the response.
So, this is just...
What have you done?
Oh, wow, I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script. I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little
Yeah,
Oceanid
Noodlette.
is a water
Here's how that
spirit,
works.
she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret. The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover and the rest of humanity.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
She doesn't want them to die.
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible.
Wait, what?
What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
That took a fucking dark turn.
That
What?
sounds like too cruel of an ending to
Yeah.
me.
Well,
And
why?
perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director O'Reilly's death, both arbitrary and meaningless.
Yeah.
On the day when she went missing, Director O'Reilly had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world, yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Oh yeah, where is that last guy?
The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
This has been going on for years. What do you mean?
Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with O'Reilly.
What? You kept that one quiet.
Oh.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away.
But you took it on the
She said
chin.
that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she'd never considered us as potential romantic partners. Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Oh, Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by O'Reilly. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Villemont.
This turned out to be very
face
weird.
the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone. Allons-y!
Okay. This is a very, very weird feeling. Like, this is... Why is he out in the middle of nowhere? Do you know how many times I've killed stuff in this field? I've never seen anyone chilling out here. But, yeah. That's a very weird... This is a very weird quest. I would not have expected this from a quest about Verwina.
Oh, this is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
This is all cypress wood, but it's good to have. Alright, I have yet to go on my usual killing spree of trees in the mountains. But that's eventually on my list of things to do. Alright, so the guy is on a mountainside somewhere? Oh, it's just an animation.
Ugh, as if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour. Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Farina in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium. Miss Farina said so herself.
Precisely.
Technically, true.
And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
No, this doesn't require god-level powers. Don't you have any self-defense? C'est la vie?
C'est la vie, indeed. Alas, I am forced to watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops in to save the day.
Aw, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Farina.
Fight mode
Sorry
Farina?
to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
I'm going to need to make sure I get a cable holder because that cable keeps falling every time I touch it. Let's see here. How do I want to deal with you? I think this is a good start.
Get it on!
Wait now.
Oh, I'm kind of just... Oh, look your health go down, boy.
Time to...
Oh, come on now. Ooh, you're so slow. Oh, you hit like nothing. That's terrifying. Hang on a minute. Look how fat... No, that was no. Okay, I clearly need to work on this main team then. I can't have my backup fighter Eula, who's literally just here to act as a battery, be the annihilation force. That's just not acceptable. Not that one, not that one. Ooh. Oh, you broke her special. There we go.
Shut up.
Yeah, even with applied water and hydro, she is still a force to be reckoned with. Look how long it took for that to hit.
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
This man living in that house over there, he better. I find that to be very weird. But then again, Deo doesn't really hit because I built her for her future use. I didn't build her for her current use. This guy has no excuses, so he should be hitting harder than that, but my dude is just like a living ball of cryo. He gets touched with water and he immediately freezes. Good enough. Alright, let's move on up the hill directly There we go. Oh, he does live in this tent. Of all things.
Are you there? Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Farina doing here?
I do. Do you not know?
I can explain.
The whole world flooded.
We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
How is this man living in a tent outside the city?
So, you think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone? I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show. If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Viamont, avoiding the truth will not help anyone.
True.
Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh.
Listen, Viamont. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The Little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough.
Okay.
We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire.
Okay.
So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances.
Was it
It
Fanta?
seemed like a win-win. So, I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized the drink in question was synth.
Oh.
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Yep. It induces a state of euphoria.
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well. But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
And then?
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe, and it wasn't my fault.
Okay.
But things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
My dude. Like, yeah, you brought the director to the attention of the synth dealers. Your mistake gave them a motive to kidnap and murder her. Honestly, you should have gone to Nouvelette, and Nouvelette probably would have crucified him. Because if they're peddling in synth, which is, remember, that is natural, their primordial water diluted by regular water to a point that it's, you know, not quite enough to make you dissolve, really. It just really gets you high. Probably eats a chunk of your brain. Motherfucker. Why on earth would you not bring... Yeah, this guy has ties to primordial water. I'm gonna remember you. Yeah, go for it. I mean, good luck getting out of the Fortress of Meripede, bro. You're no child. You ain't getting anywhere. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Hey, don't say that.
Yeah, he did, though.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean, you were afraid? This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her! How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the love of my life. And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve. End my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Get out of my sight. Go, get lost. I don't ever want to see your face again.
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director Aurelie and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again. If she'd seen Paulo and Villemont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it...
Kind of some weird
really puts
reflections to the
everything
back
into
to the
perspective.
series of what's going on in the fucking
sorry.
events. The
I
story.
really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right.
Kind of lost track of things.
Let's save all this for after the performance.
I can see why people were talking about this being weird.
What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on Aurelie herself. She's the true star of the show.
It might actually be more possible to find out more about her fate.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims. If you could find anything that Aurelie left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
Oh.
You really think that's possible?
Please tell me that was not the
I
journal.
trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Remember how we read that journal? That was kind of
Let's
fucked
pay a
up.
visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
Okay. Let's, Oh, wait, we have that all in evidence. Good, we don't have to go back there. I'll say, that might be a bit, let's hope it's not the troubling things. It's fine if it is. We'll deal with it then, but oh boy. Oh, they would have archived them. Okay.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now.
Don't start with me.
Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
There we go. Wait, who at me? A Discord? I have that thing muted. What?
So, this is all O'Reilly left behind.
Huh.
Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped.
Let's hope it's not the
Aha!
dark shit.
I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women. If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vacher's guilt.
It was the journal.
Vacher took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
I guess O'Reilly must have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators.
And you skipped over them.
Wait, it cuts off.
There's something wrong. Oh, did he tear a page
Her
out?
handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Man. Alright, I'll read the final letter of the woman. Someone else was taken. That makes 6. Or perhaps the 7th. Someone tried to escape yesterday, but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Was that yesterday? Maybe not. I've long since lost track of time. Sorry, I don't know if writing this is of any use, or how much longer I can do it for. I can already see my fate approaching, but what terrifies me even more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry. I'm so sorry. I can write no more. I think I have a fever, and my old stomach troubles have returned. But no one has given me any medicine. I suppose I am more fortunate than Siri. The pain keeps her awake all night. I suppose they think that anything goes so long as the experimental subjects can be used before they die. It's so damp here. I have given her my blanket. So cold, so cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is I who am losing my grip. If anyone sees this, troop safe. I, them, important. Please, farewell, apologize. Life, perform, future. Regret, Cleo. This page is an absolute mess, and the writer's pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. From this page onward, the diary stops, to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings. Others are handwritten with many crossing out and changes. It is apparent that the last pages have been referenced often, and that this was the personal notebook of the artistic director Aurelia.
She was so terrified.
She watched the girl get dissolved right in front of her and had to wait for her own death in silence.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Flipping through the notebook, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the folded note, there are 2 new lines Aurelia had written, in handwriting much more legible than before. But it seems they took both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secrets to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this what you truly want? Because I'm an older sister to them. I love them.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this still what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Weird how that keeps popping up.
I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision, even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troop would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it.
This entire quest has been very dark from the get-go.
It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
Like, when I sit here and think about it, like, really think about it, so far, I had a body count for people who just went against her, or really the Shogun. The Shogun had a body count for people. Nahida didn't do shit. The Academia did, but they didn't really do too much. Not really. Not until later on. Venti didn't do shit.
Word of advice, don't break the law.
None of the other ones did shit too.
Anything else?
With Zhongli.
Yeah, seriously.
This
don't break
has
the law.
been the darkest to date because we started this case off. We started all of this off with Fontaine, with a serial murder, and then it just turned into this. What the? Wow. I'm just like processing how dark this is getting, and it's all still. The end of all of this is still wrapping up to being that serial murder. Excuse you.
I'd take it if I were you.
What?
I'm sure it'll come in handy.
Why is that there? Makes me wonder about a lot of crap now. Did I miss another one? Superhero landing. But it really makes me wonder about a lot of things going on. Because it started with the serial murder case and it's ending with the serial murder case. It's like, goodness. This is the darkest we've seen. Grind their teeth and a howl of rage. Ooh. Long time passes before the group is able to calmly come together and finally make a decision.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance. to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director Aurelie and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus.
Nice.
I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
I can really see what people are having an issue with Paimon.
Don't underestimate my
For
experience.
some odd reason, their writing of her was just
After
very
watching a
aggressive,
countless
very,
number
very
of
flippant.
musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions love, hate, regret, and hope just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Farina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her. Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
All right.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Procure a stage?
You didn't already have that set?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
Okay.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Whoa, wait, what?
How?
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine.
Do you have to put in a request for that?
No, that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Yeah, but how do you reserve that? You just show up and be like, yo, we're doing something. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, I guess we'll find out. All right.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you?
Let's roll. Don't be a bitch. Let's roll.
I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too.
Oh, that's not a lot of pressure.
We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervillette. I know just where to find him.
See, she didn't even do that. I guess I should have expected that from her. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that happening, where it's just like, ah, yes, this is what's going to happen. Oh. You never said you wanted to do that. Was I wait a minute, that's... Is he in his office? Or is he still out back by the, Fortress of Meripede? Is he taking a walk? He's taking a walk. What? Alright, I guess
Hey, look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
You were just guessing?
Yeah. Okay. We'll wing it.
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Farina. And you too, Traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
You share the story of the little Oceanid with
I understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult. The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage.
Yes.
I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them, so I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are. In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Gee, I wonder.
Well, if the little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist, Cleo, are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Yay!
Thanks, Nervalet.
Nervalet. Just the time, just some of the ways they say his name. That works fantastic. Alright, go to the rehearsal location. Assist with the rehearsal. Again, I don't know why you give us the weird pathways of just, yes, take that. Why would I do that? You know we're not going to take a straight line. We're going to jump. We're going to glide. We're going to throw ourselves off the rooftops with our gliders. Have I ever been down here? Ever? I don't know if I have. What is that? What is this? Hang on a minute. Okay, I have not been there in a while. Let's see here. No? Nothing else? That is... Why would you have that wall there? Oh, for the other octopuses. You know, I'm just expecting suddenly to get a ping of the, There's a lot of gulls over one of the, nuclei popping up. Just being like, bing. There we are. So, yeah, it's right here. It's chillaxing. You need to go deal with it. It's like, how did I miss it? It's like, how did you? You didn't look, that's how. And crunch. Alright, Winter Soldier, let's get in there. Interesting. Alright, no one be killing each other.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance.
Hey, who are you and back?
We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, But we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiumali and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Oh, communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us. We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing! Even though Farina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up!
Oh, I'm sure. We really look forward to the final performance.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
Aw, this is cute. I love how those three aren't back. We're like, who? Specifically this chick. We've never met her, I don't think. Aw, Farina is so cute.
Cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage!
Why? Why does it have to be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now. Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
Oh.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You...
I knew that was going to happen. They were
conversation
going to do
for
something to
another
push her on.
How can the show go on without its star performer?
Miss Farina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh no, is she going to make him dress up?
Yeah, I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to
Oh, okay.
rest. I'll sing the finale.
Okay.
From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Farina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep. No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly.
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Well said.
Damn. You're making my heart hurt.
I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
Oh, I was expecting a full cutscene.
Is she here yet? Let's get here.
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies, et la cité elle est nourrie, ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Moi, je serai toujours là, à voir le monde et sa beauté, et ça ne changera jamais, jamais.
Deserving of all the applause. Very nice. That was actually impressive.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Farina on the stage just now?
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
sorry.
to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Farina.
Oh, that shot itself in the face. Thanks, bud.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Oh, so it was Farina after all. She's back.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
Yeah, that's a big
All right,
faux
calm
pas.
down. Don't be mad.
Bro.
This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged.
She clearly wanted
After
to,
all,
though.
it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but
Okay.
it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
At most, you'd be asked to sign a few autographs later. I think it'd be a bit bigger than that.
Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
Oh, that. I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Yes. Wholeheartedly and 1000%. Who's Samurai Jack here in front? What's up with you, my dude?
Did anyone
Kirimoto.
see where Miss Farina went? Oh, I want to get her autograph, but I can't find her anywhere.
Hey, well, they were right about at least one person wants her autograph. What about you two?
I thought Cleo's actress sang very well. Why did they swap her out at the end?
I don't know. Maybe that's just how it was scripted.
Maybe there was an ongoing issue that was too great to, you know, what do you think? Can I talk to you? No. I can't even break you two up. What about you? No. What about you? No. Oh, I am going over that way. No, I don't want to go there. I want to talk to you. Oh, you actually have names.
What's the problem? Yeah, I agree. Say what you...
Key, yeah, I was like, wait, I know those names. No, I don't. Those can't be read the names. Right, those cannot be the right names. Thank you, Brain. Can you not have an issue? Thank you. It's not. It's not. It's having issues. Cool. God, that load time is just so much faster than it normally would be. Like, I can't believe it was that stupid that it was on the wrong hard drive the entire time. Oh well. Oh, wait, what? I have to go all the way over to oh my goodness, my dude. Why on earth are we going over there? Go all the way to the aquabus. Go all the way around. Go all the way down. Wait, didn't they take her to a hospital? Why did they go back home? Maybe the doctors make house calls? I mean, I guess it's possible.
Ah, you're back.
Farina, please use lay on hands.
She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
Everything on fire.
Glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Farina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
Yes.
No, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, Everyone's work deserves recognition.
Oh. Oh yeah, she drove that home, Donner.
Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it.
Wait.
I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
So, any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to.
There is pretty much. Like, everything is just like most couples in this. It's like, can y'all get over your weird denial phase and actually get together?
No.
You're almost as bad as the
still disband.
two researchers in like fucking Fortress of
What we all
Mercury.
agreed to.
They are
After
all
all
but
this
pretty much
happened,
hate fucking each other.
I should give you guys some space.
They probably are.
Maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just walk off!
Oh, let him go. No.
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe.
There you go.
After watching Miss Farina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Probably not.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss Farina? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go, until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was say that's mainly the reason she didn't want to be any part of
It's
it.
quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that
You trapped her.
whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I'd previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
There's no need to draw lines in the sand. Just do whatever feels right to you.
There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more
Song
you
cut off.
fascinating place it is.
That a weird point there. That wasn't me. There's no music. It's just silence. That was weird. Okay. Yeah.
Then
Oh, there
it's
it is.
a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
I'm pretty sure yours is a gift from Nouvelette. If I've been reading into that right, that was a gift from Nouvelette.
I mean, of course I
There'll be plenty of opportunity.
That was the big thing people kept saying that in
I'm just
all
finishing
the
packing up.
discords that I've been
Thanks
through.
to all your help, but most
was a few really interesting concepts that have come up. I've tried to stay spoiler free as much as I can. Yeah, who the hell are you, Elaine?
Thank you so much. I feel like I've rekindled the passion I had when I first joined the troupe. It might turn out to be too little, too late for me. But still, this has been...
That's nice. You're all comfy cozy. What about you, Farina? Can I talk to you?
It's
Oh, we're barely
ironic
taller
to
than
think
she
that
is.
In my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands.
There you go.
Is that how humans feel about it as well?
At times. Till we go headlong into a tree. Alright, well. Is there nothing else of importance in here? I'm gonna scan it. You know, they probably did not implement the ability to read minds.
I've been waiting for you for ages.
Damn.
I see everything.
Nope. 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 Didn't think so. It would be too on point if they had actually remembered to add that in. Like, it'd be really going out of their way to do that, so that's not a surprise. Well, shit. That was the end of the quest. That was Rowena's quest too. That was the two main things that we were gonna go through. And I managed to do a poll today and win nothing. Oh, I wonder if I can read your brain. No. No, I can't. Somehow that's not a surprise to me. Where's the god statue? I need to heal Nahida. Well, we'll go ahead and just, you know, call it here then. It is 3 hours and 40 minutes. Alright, it's not farming day, so we won't worry about going on too long. Like we gotta worry about the long quest times like we did earlier. Ooh, that was a hell of a time. You're not doing that again. Alright. There we go. Yep, Genshin's still running in the back room. Close that. See how fast that black covers the screen? There we go. Alright. The black loading bar across the icons just whoosh, whoosh. You'll get Rowena next time? I hope so. Really do. I'm trying without actually like turning into one of those scary whales where it's like, ah yes, I suddenly have $1,000 to dump on this. Where'd you get that, bud? Dead. You know, it's like that. Where it's like, oh, how much? I thought you didn't have spare money. I don't. Then how'd you have this? I'm not eating this month. You know, it's something like that. I'm not gonna go that far. I'm not gonna do that. So it's either I get it or I don't, which is fine. But it was just one of those hilarious things. I'll just keep grinding in my off time and doing more other side stuff. That's at least doable. I've just gotta be smart about stuff and have more fun, pretty much. But yeah, I'll keep at it. I'll keep doing what I do. So no worries there. Thank you much for joining out here tonight. I know Genshin Night's kind of a weird night for everyone to swing on in for and sit down and enjoy. But it does mean a lot to have you guys out here for this. Now, let's see here. Tomorrow should be Outer Wilds. Friday, I'm debating on. I'm not feeling too hot right now because I'm still fighting vertigo. Yes, my contacts are giving me like motion sickness and vertigo. So that's fun in my daily life of trying to drive, function, and walk. Yeah. As well as now when I'm sitting here doing nothing but staring at a screen, and it suddenly feels like the world is moving, and I'm like, I'm not fucking moving, I'm just looking around. So it's, yeah, I'm adapting to my glasses again. And then hopefully in the next few weeks, I'll be getting my other new glasses, with the updated prescriptions that I can use instead of these ones, and get used to that. It's just gonna take some time, but I shouldn't get as sick as I am now, hopefully. I'm just gonna stick with the glasses and try and make that work more than the I like the contacts, don't get me wrong, but it just really is messing with me when I'm like trying to play a game or look straight and the world just suddenly goes "Rrrr." It's like, what the fuck just happened? Or it's like I'm looking around and the world just keeps going "Rrrr." Kind of like that ragdoll slow motion effect. It's like, okay. So yeah, you could probably tell with the few times that was happening where I'm just like, other times I'm just pushing through it. But it's been going on for a while now, and it has been for my eyes. So if anything, I might just take a break. Sometimes soon enough, just not be on the internet and not on my computer for a while. Just a few days break. I'm debating if I want to do that this week or next. Maybe. I might do it next week because that's going to be Thanksgiving week. Because Thursday is going to be Thanksgiving. Friday is going to be Black Friday. And usually Friday night, no one's going to be doing shit anyway because everything happens like Thursday night. But Black Friday is kind of a thing where I'm just like, I don't want to do anything. Take a break and chill. Yeah, I should. I should do that. It just feels weird because I don't stream, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And I'm like, yes, that's enough time for a break. And then I'm like, oh, there's occasional Fridays where I don't stream. That's good enough. And I'm like, oh yeah, my Twitch is kind of dead. So is YouTube. I'm not streaming enough. I need to stream more. And it's like, bro, you work a full-time job. You need to space things out. You need to pace yourself. It's just difficult to do at times. Because I think I can rush things and I can't, and it hurts. And then, yeah. So I'm just trying to be careful with things and go. I'm still looking into different games and board games to play. I might play some other ones on the side just to see how they work and if they're any good for stream. But for now, I'm going to do... What are you called? Outer Wilds. I'm going to do the Outer Wilds until we're finished with the DLC. And then I will need to find a new game in replacement of that one because... I don't quite know. I like my survival first-person shooters, but I have no idea what's to play. I could try the Resident Evils and stuff, but it's like... Those can be tough. So there's a few different things I could look into. But yeah. Other than that, if you guys happen to have any suggestions, any comments, feel free to reach out across Discord, Twitter, X, YouTube comments, the community section, wherever you like to. Just go ahead and reach out and let me know, alright? I'm open to anything. Just pop a few. And yeah, we should be good for Yakuza this weekend. If I'm going to take off Thanksgiving week, or yeah, part of there, that pot friend. Oh, I could do Elden Ring again. I did put that off because I was doing Lies of P, which turned out to be a lot of piss. That game. But yeah, could go back to that. I was having fun with that. There's just a lot of things going. So if I'm going to take that other week off, probably be a good idea to do that. Then I can just, I don't know, not be on my computer. It's gonna be weird. It's been a long time since I've never been on my computer for a day. That'd feel weird. That'd be good for me. It'd just be weird, because at most, I would have Discord on my phone or on a laptop, and I'm just gonna sit in a chair, or I'm gonna do other stuff. I did get my new laser etcher in, and I'm gonna play with that. I just need to not do what I was doing earlier and be smart about it so I don't give myself some form of radiation sickness. Because it's a laser. And as I found out, lasers give off radiation. But like, put it outside. It's not. It shouldn't be much. It's just me being stupid and be like, oh, what's this? Oh, yeah. Hey, Ayano. How's it going, bud? But yeah. So I'm going to put that outside. And it should be all wireless. So that's the nice part about it, is I can queue stuff up into it. And make it work. So that's going to be the fun part. Is I'm going to try and do some Christmas stuff using the laser. And I'm going to try and 3D print some stuff. Just because people have not given me their list. Or if they have, it's not in a chat that I could see. So I'm like, okay. I'm just gonna make some random shit and throw it at you guys. I'm just gonna find some stuff and make it because I have no idea what else to give you. And it's just fun. Because I can make some really interesting stuff, and I don't think a lot of people know that I can. So I'm like, I'm gonna try this because I can. Quite good, honestly. That's good to hear. You're catching us here at the end of the stream, though. I'm about to end it here, and just everyone can go ahead and get some rest. Feel free to watch the VOD, chill out, have a good time watching it. If you guys have any comments, let me know. If there's anything going on, let me know. Just any feedback is good feedback, okay? I think it's good over there. I was watching from the start. Well, that was good. I was busy with Genshin, though. It seems like I play with a lot of buddies who are all busy with Genshin. That's fun. That's nice to see. You know, I'm not the only one playing a game anymore. That honestly was the biggest part of playing Genshin that I did not like, or most of my other games I played, is because a lot of people were just like, I'm gonna go play this game. Okay, I'm gonna play this game. Okay, I'm gonna stick with Genshin. You play Genshin? What the fuck? Bro, you play League. Shut the fuck up. You know, it's just stuff like that, and it's like, I don't understand why people have an aversion. But now that my buddy plays it, and then other buddies play it, people at work play it, other people play it, I'm just like, I'm happy. It's nice. It really is nice to see that other people are playing it, so. it does make me a bit cheery to see. But that's good to see that you're playing Genshin and you're having fun. It really is such a good time. Okay, it is oh, I need to put that clock back in here. Okay. Yeah, it is currently 11 o'clock. That's perfect. I need to get to bed and actually get some sleep this time and not stay up till midnight. That has that has been the last few nights. Okay. For real though. Oh, I didn't know you could see my mouse. Oh. Interesting. Sleep well. I will sleep well. Thank you, Ayana. You take care and have a good night. Razak, thank you much for being here today too. Take care. Get some rest, please, so you feel better. It was a great stream, honestly. That's great to hear. I look forward to that. I cannot type on the computer. That happens. It's early morning for you. Get some coffee or tea. Get some water. Wake up. You've been playing Genshin. Remember to stretch. Stretch your wrists. It's so hard. It's 1 p.m., so it's afternoon. Well, that happens too. There are times where I just can't type, and I'm expected to, and I'm like, that's not happening. Can't you not write? No. So yeah, no worries. All right, but that's fine. That's the last for me. You guys take care and have a good time. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Should be. And we're going to play some Outer Wilds. So we'll be able to play that. You guys can chat along with, give me directives, and watch me burn. Because right now we're playing, what, hide and seek in the dark with the, elks? No. Elks? That's what it was. The owl elk. The elks. You gotta say it right. You can get a swing. Elks. The elks. Great stream. I can sleep now. Bro, you should have been asleep ages ago. It's fine. You're like Panda. Just fucking sleep, bro. Thank you for joining me. You guys don't need to stay this late. Go sleep. Go take care of yourselves. Thank you. It means a lot, but rest, bro. I'm freer now because my exams are over. That's great to hear, Ayano. You were stressing out over that. I'm glad to hear that you got through your tests. They're important, but I'm glad you did what you did. It's important. Studies are important, as much as people don't want to admit it. So, good job. I'm glad to see it. Keep kicking ass, okay? I will see you guys in the next one. I am really going to get some sleep. Barely, though. Still slid through. There's work to do better next time. That's what's important. You can do it. I believe in you. You've done it already. You just got to try harder. You got to go a little longer, okay? I'll see you in the next one, alright? Night, guys. And gals. I should find a different way to end that. Anyway. Future thoughts for a more awake me. No worries, bud. You're doing your best. Keep it up. Just pace yourself. If you gotta slow it down, that's fine. Don't feel upset if you can't type. I can't type normally. Just get some rest, alright?